Hello, Times Cryptic, let's go. Dog chasing black bird. Well, black could be B. So, yeah, I think this is beagle. So a beagle is a dog. And then chasing B, or after B, we've got bird, which is eagle. Cows lick below forehead. Well, forehead is brow. Lick is beat. That gives browbeat, which means to cow. Terrible entertainment, briefly, interrupts boring item. Yeah, this is awful. So awful means terrible. Entertainment is fun and briefly tells us to ignore the last letter. Interrupts, or is in the middle of, boring item. Well, an all, AWL, is a tool used for boring. Have friend over for drink. This is lap. Friend is pal. Over is a reversal indicator. That gives a lap, which is drink. High season. Issue. This is offspring. So high is off, as in food which has gone bad. Season is spring. That gives offspring, which is issue. He campaigns against nonsense and expects to make a killing. Yeah, wow, this is nice. This is bullfighter. So nonsense is bull. So somebody who campaigns against nonsense could be described as a bullfighter. And a bullfighter is someone who expects to make a killing because in the sport of bullfighting, the bull usually dies. Shabby-looking husband, so a bit of a rubbish sport, really. Shabby-looking husband boards small boat. This is dinghy. So shabby-looking is dingy. Husband is H, the abbreviation. Boards dingy. That gives dinghy, which is a small boat. Some royal PR, I agree, brought about. Radio exposure. This is airplay. So some is a hidden indicator, and beginning with the A of agree, and reading backwards, as indicated by brought about, we can read airplay, which is radio exposure. Wow, what a contrast to last week where I struggled to get any of the across ones in. Tender cut of ling, I'm often cooking. This looks like filet mignon. So filet mignon is a tender cut. And then cooking is an anagram indicator for ling, I'm often. Yeah, that's 11 letters. And by I, that anagram works. Event where competitors use craft. Nope. Femme fatale, forgetting ultimate, sacred word. No. Repel, big man, somehow withstanding all attacks. No. Oh no, am I grinding to a halt? Hint of exasperation. Adult, expressed. Yeah, this is groan. So a groan is a hint of exasperation, and expressed is a homophone indicator. Adult is groan, G-R-O-W-N, which sounds like the answer. Ecstasy and booze upset mother. It's a complex problem. I think this is enigma. So ecstasy is E, the abbreviation. Booze is gin. Upset is the reversal indicator. Mother is ma. That gives enigma, which is a complex problem. Nick has suspension reversed. This is nab. To nab is to nick, as in to arrest. And suspension is ban. And reversed is a reversal indicator. State vessel evacuated American elite troops. Well, Arkansas is a state. Vessel is ark. Evacuated American is the word American evacuated without its contents. That's AN. And elite troops are SAS, the Special Air Service, which are special troops in the British Army. Bardot endlessly tossed hair. That'll stop the traffic. Roadblock, I think. So, Bardot endlessly is the word bardo without the final T. Tossed is an anagram indicator. And then hair is lock. That gives roadblock, which is something which will stop traffic. Femme fatale, forgetting ultimate, sacred word. Wow, not getting that. Jar, American artist, filled with noodle soup. Nope. After work, I phone Leo. He loves the good wine on the blower. Wow, no idea. Copenhagen, cybersex, hosting business. 6 letters. Wow. I think this is another hidden clue. We're normally rationed to 1 per puzzle by convention, but I suspect the other hidden clue in this puzzle, airplay, had the additional feature of being a reversal, whereas agency is a pure hidden clue. So hosting is the hidden indicator, and beginning with the A of Copenhagen, we can read agency, which is business. Boxer dog with a flat, wrinkled face. This is pug. Boxer is pug, short for pugilist. And then a pug is also a dog with a flat, wrinkled face. So a double definition. Northern child, I must shelter in farm building. This is bairn. A bairn is a northern word for child, as in northern, as in the north of England. I is I, must shelter in farm building, must shelter in barn. Place for putting, every other sample of early plants. This is greenery. So place for putting is a green, as in a putting green in golf. Every other sample of early tells us to take every other letter of early, beginning with E. That gives ERY, and in all, that gives greenery, which is plants. After work, I phone Leo. I wonder if after work is an anagram indicator for iPhone Leo. He loves a good wine on the blower. What is this? Well, somebody who loves is often described as a something file. Yes, this is enophile. So after work is an anagram indicator for iPhone Leo. That gives enophile, which is a wine lover. And on the blower, well, a blower is a slang word for a telephone. So on the blower is a homophone indicator. And an enophile loves a good wine, spelt W-I-N-E, which sounds like the wine in the clue. Fantastic. 10 minutes down. Lay rug up in a street in Paris to the west. Well, a street in Paris is a rue because that's French for street, R-U-E. To the west suggests it's written from right to left. So it could begin EU, but certainly RUE is reversed somewhere. Getting older. Each caged dingo freed from captivity. Yeah, I think this is aging. Aging means getting older, and it can be spelt with or without the E. And then each of the two words, caged dingo, freed from captivity, tells us to ignore the outside letters of caged and dingo. That gives aging, which is the answer. Repel big man somehow. Well, somehow looks like an anagram indicator for repel big man. Withstanding all attacks is impregnable. Now we have two orphan or two isolated clues. They are interlinked, so not strictly orphans. Jar. Well, an amphora is a jar in classical times. American is AM, the abbreviation. Artist is RA, short for Royal Academician. Filled with noodle soup, filled with pho, which is Vietnamese noodle soup. Now, no more help with 19 across. Femme fatale. Forgetting ultimate. Sacred word. Yeah, this is mantra. So femme fatale is man trap. Forgetting ultimate without its last letter. That gives mantra, which is a sacred word. Already looked at that. And 5 down. Let me turn to the downs. Tricky deception. Shocked Nigel, dear me. Well, shocked looks like an anagram indicator for Nigel, dear me. And we're looking for a tricky deception. Yeah, this is legerdemain. So legerdemain is sleight of hand, hence a tricky deception, and it is an anagram of Nigel, dear me. Well, it is by I. We have a lot of letters to corroborate. Let me look at these two remaining downs I haven't looked at. Pen, accompaniment to letter. Nope. Tense argument leads to engineer. Lobbing tool. Yeah, this is trowel. So tense is T, the abbreviation. Argument is row. Leads to engineer lobbing tells us to take the leading letters of those two words. That gives trowel, which is a tool. Now let me pause and do my brief typo squiz. Make sure everything that's in is as intended. All the acrosses look good. Downs looking good. Nothing to come back to. Yeah, okay, so the final push. Reptile. Beginning to generate reverberation from the sound of it. Yeah, this is gecko. So a gecko is a reptile. Beginning to generate is the initial letter of generate. And then reverberation is echo, E-C-H-O. And from the sound of it is a homophone indicator. And echo sounds like echo in the answer. Broadcast outstanding work of poetry. This is ode. So broadcast again is a homophone indicator. Outstanding is ode, O-W-E-D, And that sounds like the answer, which is a work of poetry. Trees unusually shade this ace location. This is avenue. So an avenue is a street or road which is lined with trees, therefore something which trees usually shade. ACE is A, the card abbreviation, and location is venue. Event, where competitors use craft. Yeah, this is regatta. So a regatta is a boat competing event, and therefore the craft in the answer refers to boats and ships. And this is a misleading or cryptic definition, so we don't have the usual distinction between definition and wordplay. It's all definition, but a misleading one. When you first read this, you think craft refers to skills and techniques, whereas in fact it refers to ships and boats. Most amusing. Peer recalled in case. This is drollest. So drollest means most droll or most amusing. Peer is lord. Recalled is a reversal indicator. And then in case is lest. So 2 clues to go. Pen accompaniment to letter. Yeah, this is a double definition. An enclosure is a pen, and it's also an accompaniment to a letter. Lay rug in a street in Paris to the west. Yeah, this is amateur. So amateur is lay, as in non-professional. Rug is mat in A, and then street in Paris to the west, rue reversed. So there we go. Every clue solved, every clue explained, no empty squares. Submit, submit, hope and pray, no errors. Fantastic. Wow, what a contrast to last week. This was a super straightforward by Times standard puzzle and really just flowed at pace from beginning to end, which is great fun. There is a range of Times crosswords, and this is certainly at the easier end of the range. And the Monday puzzles, which are the ones I generally solve, feature easy puzzles, I would say about 20% of the time, and the rest of them are more closely, I would say, within the medium level of difficulty, with the occasional harder one like we had last week. And as the week progresses, I think the puzzles get harder in difficulty. And I didn't believe this until recently. There's been a general feel that Mondays may be slightly easier, Fridays slightly harder. But of course, we have the snitch. And on the snitch page, you can actually look at a heat map of difficulty, and that definitely shows Monday as being easier and Friday harder. But it's interesting to see that the difficulty actually appears to increase during the week, which I hadn't really registered. Anyway, in terms of this puzzle, I would say this is super straightforward by time standards, and it's probably got a snitch in the 50s or 60s. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that solve. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.